YouTube, Film Geek here, and today I'm not going to talk about a particular movie. I actually thought it'd be a lot of fun, go around the room and show off a little bit of Charming Amy and mine's collection of just cool stuff that we've picked up at local antique malls, thrift stores, pawn shops, so on. We've got a lot of cool stuff, and of course, all of the movies, video games, tchotchkes. Man, we love collecting, and we don't really necessarily collect just one thing. So here in a second, I'm gonna get out the old phone, and I'm gonna film around the room and show you all this neat stuff we have. But before I do that, I'm gonna make a couple of announcements. First off, you may have noticed that the videos were released this week on Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. I like that formula. It works well with the new schedule I have at the day job. I work at a local museum, and they changed my work days around a little bit, and so this works absolutely perfectly, so I'm not rushing to try to finish things up at the last second. The formula is gonna stay the same. I'm gonna do 2 movie spotlights and then a Sunday grab bag. Now, if I can't think of something cool, or if I don't have anything cool going on, then it'll just be another movie spotlight. I'm sticking to my guns on the no top 5s, no top 10s. I just don't like doing them. Next announcement is that All Hallows Eve is just around the corner, and like most people on YouTube, I will be featuring nothing but horror movies for the entire month of October. Now, for this, I'm going back to the themes. So each week, I'm going to have a different theme of horror films, and instead of doing like a top 5, because like I said, I'm sticking to my guns, I will do 3 movie spotlights every week that have a similar theme, like vampire movies, slasher films, old black and white. Maybe I'll even do some family Halloween films for people who don't like a scary kind of Halloween movie, which I don't understand why, but I digress. I'm not going to get into all that. Let's just talk about all the neat stuff. So without any further ado, let's turn the camera around and let's see what's behind it. Alright guys, we're gonna get things started here with the PlayStation 4 collection. Now, I'm a cheapskate, so I generally wait till things are on super sale or super low. So that's why the PlayStation 4 collection is not much to write home about. That's gonna probably grow here soon. Now, speaking of which, you can see a little bit of the PlayStation 3 collection. And moving down here, we have a little bit of my Xbox 360, which I'm just getting into, and the beginning of the PlayStation 3 collection, which goes on for a little bit here. I actually have a pretty good size. I think so, at least. I think it's a pretty good size PlayStation 3 collection. And I loved my PlayStation 3. However, my PlayStation 3 died, so I don't have it. Now there's my PlayStation 4, and then this big guy right here is turning 20 soon. That is my Xbox, the OG and the Mammoth. I loved that thing in 2001, and that thing just rocked. I actually played more games on that than any of the other systems. Coming over here is the PlayStation 2, and that's the little slim PlayStation 2 and my Xbox 360. Alright, we're going to move on over. And of course, if you watched my video, you of course know that that is my Xbox Series S with my Phantasm wrap on it there. Boy! And then Boogie Down. And of course, the Phantasm sphere over here. This is my camera that I generally use. It is a Canon Vixia 800 or R800. I really love this camera, guys. It's very nice. It's got a widescreen lens on there, as you can see, a wide-angle lens, excuse me. And that's so it kind of catches a better picture. But I would say this is the way to go if you self-film. But that's my opinion, because you don't have to worry about, focusing. It does it on its own, which, yeah, it gets a little blurry sometimes, but whatever. I like it. Okay, so here is another cool collectible. Starting in with some of Charming Amy's stuff. This is a... God, excuse me. This is a Little Debbie Barbie doll. Now, I don't think this is necessarily valuable, but I don't see these very often. So we picked it up at a local Savers. So got a good deal on it. It's really cool. At least it's neat to have in the collection. Up above it is some original Lisa Frank from the 80s or 90s. That is a complete puzzle. This I want to show off a little bit. This is some original art by Charming Amy. Of course, Rick and Morty in... So, I love that thing. I'm not the world's biggest Rick and Morty fan, but I do freaking love that painting. Alright, so here is Charming Amy's. This is her collection through here. So this is all her stuff that I'm about to show off. Alright, here we go with the California Raisins. That is an actual bank that we found in an antique store. And well, you can't go wrong with the California Raisins Christmas special. That's the audio cassette. And then, if anyone out there happens to have, oh god, I can't remember his name, Petrie. She is missing Petrie. These were from Pizza Hut, and they are hand puppets from Land Before Time, the first one. So if you happen to have Petrie, and you're not, you don't want Petrie, then please let us know, because she will gladly take that off your hands. Oh, we got some Star Wars art also, and of course, New Kids on the Block VHS, because Charming Amy loves herself some New Kids on the Block. Alright, now if you watch my channel too, you know that's my lunchbox. However, the rest of these lunchboxes that I'm going to try to get in this camera here in one shot, these are all Charming Amy. And this one right here, that Roger Rabbit, I believe, is her original childhood lunchbox. We also have some Lisa Frank stationery, again from the 80s or 90s. And then we have her skull collection. And if you're curious, that is my cat's hat, because, sometimes he feels like yodeling. So we got him a little hat. That's Charming Amy's Switch Light, Jurassic Park Jeep, complete with French Bulldog, and of course, it's not the Midwest unless you have some glass chickens. So we're going to move on to the collection here, going a little further. More Lisa Frank. This is again still really with Charming Amy stuff. So that's Lisa Frank. That is from the 80s or 90s. I'm sorry guys, I don't know which, but it is an original. And then we got a clown here who it's a cactus planter, because you put it in his pants and then the cactus grows out of his pants. It's so crazy silly, right? Yeah, okay. We also have a Bugs Bunny Kleenex dispenser, more California Raisins, and this is a Game of Thrones bottle of vino, which, again, Charming Amy's. And you might remember this from my video, the Alf cake pan. Now these are actually mine. These are my beer steins right here. This one's got a German Shepherd, because I had a German Shepherd at one time. He was a great dog. And then down here is my 1973 Ham's Oktoberfest mug. And my friend Alan gave me this one. This is just a Budweiser Clydesdale's Christmas stein here. Random tchotchkes. And then this right here, this Empire Strikes Back, is a laser disc. And the importance of this is that the first time that Charming Amy ever saw a Star Wars movie, it was Empire Strikes Back on Laserdisc at her grandfather's house. Now this is not the Laserdisc from her grandfather's house. This is actually something we picked up at Crypticon in 2019. But it just brought back such fond childhood memories for Charming Amy, we had to have it. And again, like I said, random tchotchkes, a little lamp. And then this is a Royals giveaway item from I think it was the late 80s. It's a neon pink Royals hat that Charming Amy likes. Moving up to my favorite item in my collection, that is my Blob theatrical poster. And this is actually from the movie theater that I saw it at when it first came out. Now, when I met Kevin Dillon, I was going to take this with me to get it signed, because, I mean, how badass would that be, to have a theatrical Blob poster signed by Kevin Dillon? But this is an old poster. And when I took it out of the frame, it started to kind of dip a little, and I got super nervous and put it right back in the frame. So it did not get signed. I actually got my Blob DVD signed. So again, you watched my video, you knew that. Moving on. All right, we're gonna get into some other collectibles here as I spin around and give us a view from behind the scenes. Oh, so I completely forgot to show off the DVD collection. So I turned back around. So real quick here, I'm in my martial arts section. It goes into my fantasy section right here. So fantasy movies, up. This goes into, here we go, down there, sorry. This is my action films. Oh, I'm sorry, not action. My bad, super-powered films. So either superheroes, superpowers, something of that sort. Moving into my Westerns collection. And then we go down to action. Oh, no, God, I did it again. Not quite to action yet. This is in more of my classics section right through here. And then for some reason I put all my Quentin Tarantino movies together because, again, I'm not too, there we go. Sorry, hard to film like this. And these are all my my Tarantino films for some reason. I put them right there. And those are just directed and written, not wrote and all sorts of stuff like that. And then we go into action. So, there we go. Action films down here, very bottom. Also, action and war. Action, war. And then, of course, musicals go really well next to action and war. So, we'll go back this way. All right, my organization is weird. All right, I'm going to be honest with you. So we go from action into family films, because that's what you do, right? So this is all family films through here. And then going into, at the very end here, my Disney or just animated films. Disney animated, and then animated films over here. Okay, now we're going to go to the back and check out what I have back there. All right, we're going to get things started with my Willy Wonka theater card. Moving down to my Eagle lamp that was at my grandparents' house for, God, forever. So, nothing really makes me think of them more than that lamp. And there is my copy of the complete series of Parks and Rec. E-Man, and then behind it here, I have other TV series. And we're going to move on up here. Collectibles. That is my Kansas City Monarchs hat. The Kansas City Monarchs is a Kansas City Negro League team. And actually, the Negro League Museum is right here in Kansas City. So if you're curious about the baseball Negro League, come to Kansas City. Old Man Lando, because Lando is awesome. Old or young, Lando is awesome. Moving down, this is Conan, the Frost Giant's daughter, and that is actually kind of the cover. That's what the cover of the book looks like. So my buddy Victor gave that to me. It's based off of the book, not like any of the movies, and it's really cool. I love the books. I love Conan, and I'm really happy he gave that to me. Over here, I have my Friday the 13th box set. That's the 8 movies, not all 10. But what's cool about this is it is a numbered box set. So it's one of 20,000, I want to say. Maybe more. Could be 50,000. I can't remember. But it's numbered, which makes it unique. Borg. And then we have my 2015 World Series champs Kansas City Royals field used hat, which is setting upon the complete collection, Monty Python's Flying Circus. That's the entire TV collection right there. Next to that, we have Samurai Jack. Coming over, I have my Jack Skellington, one of my Jack Skellington figures. This is my surprise Jack. And then coming down is getting into my signed DVDs and Blu-rays. This one particular here, this is Charming Amy's, and this one has a unique story to it because this Blu-ray is how she got her nickname Charming Amy. This is signed by James Jude Courtney, who played Michael Myers, and when we met him, he just thought Amy was the most charming person he had ever met, and so he dubbed her Charming Amy and even signed it for Charming Amy. And so, yeah, when Michael Myers names you, you freaking listen. That's that Night of the Living Dead DVD that I just thought was cool, so it's there. My Cornelius action figure, that is a replica that came out around the time of the remake? Not the new remakes, but the first time, Tim Burton remake right there. And that is a bottle of Dan Aykroyd's, I think it's called Crystal Skull vodka? I don't know, man. It's Dan Aykroyd's, okay? That's all you need to know. Dan Aykroyd's. Again, if you watched my Planet Comic Con video, you knew that my chauffeur here is signed by Sam Jones, who played Battle. That's him right there. See? Sam Jones. Also famous for being Flash Gordon. But I love the movie My Chauffeur, and so he was very nice to sign. I already brought this one up. That's my copy of The Blob, signed by Kevin Dillon. This is a copy of Saints Row 2 that is signed by Keith David. And my copy of The Frighteners, which is signed by both Jake Busey and Dee Wallace. Now this is kind of funny, because this is a copy of Hard Bodies, and it's signed by Kane Hodder. Now, why would Kane Hodder sign a copy of Hard Bodies? Because he played Older Geek. I took this to a con and asked him to sign it. I was just like, I know you're going to be signing a lot of Jason stuff today, so did you sign my copy of Hard Bodies? And he gave me a chuckle, and he's like, I'll only sign it if you could tell me the name of the character I played. And I looked him dead in the eye, and I said, you play Older Geek. And he looked at me and said, you son of a bitch, and signed it. No, he didn't say you son of a bitch. He just signed it and laughed. All right, now a local, I took this ball to a local card shop, and this was my grandfather's, and they informed me that that is a 1969 Royals team ball. Yes, so that was the year they became a baseball team. This is my box of Mahomes Magic Crunch cereal here in Kansas City. And now, this is some other stuff in my collection. You see here some various knickknacks and all. Yet another Jack Skellington winking at you. All right, more knickknacks, collectibles. My Captain America. That is mutated Spider-Man. Edward Scissorhands. Baby Yoda, also known as Grogu. Pee Wee Herman prayer candle. And, life will prevail. Ghost Rider, Motorcycle Hero. And I totally, just absolutely love this Ghost in the Shell action figure. This is from McFarlane Toys. And I just love that figure. Okay, moving over here, we have, now this is Starman. Unfortunately, my dog ate his staff, so Starman is just man. Standing next to him, of course, is Sandman. Over here we have Austin Powers, Tenchi Muyo, both from Todd McFarlane Toys. Variant Daredevil in the yellow costume. And then my Spider-Man figures, which I freaking love Spider-Man. So, Charming Amy actually got me this right here. This is the cover of Spectacular Spider-Man. And then the action figure, strangely enough, that is not the actual thing, like a holder that Wolverine goes on. I just thought it looked cool. More collectibles here. I'm just gonna kind of breeze through over here so that I'll get started on more of my collection. Oh, here we go. This is Drago, signed by Jason Momoa. Alright, that was also Charming Amy's, and Thanos is Charming Amy's. Okay, so over here we're gonna start with our drama collection. Some of them are back behind there. And also my Nintendo. That's not really my Nintendo from my childhood. That's just a Nintendo I found at the same garage sale that I got the Atari and the Pong machine. Okay, moving along. We are going to find ourselves over here. These are Xbox games from my original Xbox. Comedies. There's some comedy movies in there. More of our Pops on here. More Xbox. Moving into PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and then my really pathetic Nintendo 64 collection. And I don't even own a Nintendo 64. So that's kind of funny if you ask me. This goes into my horror collection. Now, all of these down here are movies that are all horrors and thrillers, and I forgot to add these signed items too. This is the MLB The Show 2015, and there are some signatures, plenty of signatures from the Royals on there, but there are signatures on there from the 2015. Also, another Jake Busey here, Starship Troopers, for charming game. And I am, I don't want to try to do this, but I'll give it a shot here. So this is also a signed copy of some of my, I have the collection here of Godzilla films, and that is signed by Tatsuo Kitagawa, and he was the man inside of the Godzilla costume. This is also signed Suicide Squad, Christopher Nelson, who is the Academy Award-winning makeup artist who did that film. Alright, so like I said, horror, thriller, horror. Here, up to comedies. More comedies. My collection is probably mostly comedies and horror movies. So I like to laugh and I like to get scared. And it also has some television shows on here. And then it goes down into my sci-fi collection, which I'm surprised is as small as it is. So this is all of my science fiction collection right here. Okay. And just to kind of wrap things up, I do have a very small GameCube collection. And yes, folks, I still have compact discs. And there's a little bit of my CD collection over there, or my comic book collection in those long boxes. Alright guys, so I'm going to end it here. Kind of walk around my house here. So that's it for this video. Thank you yet again for checking out the Film Geek. If you liked what you saw here today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell for notifications, and go ahead and give me a like so I know you like what you're seeing. And another thing you can do, folks, that is keep watching movies. You know I'm gonna.